Hello and welcome, this is Fiendly,
I'm Rubenok.
and today we have Let's Play Blood Will Tell, Tezuka Osamu's Dororo. That's probably the last time I'm going to say the full title with its subtitle there. To some of you out there, Osamu Tezuka is probably a pretty important name, you might recognize it. To the rest of you, you're going to be intimately familiar in due time. For now though, let's dive right into the game. Start off in this prologue. We'll be introduced to Hyakkimaru, the titular character.
This is a very creepy setting.
It's getting creepier.
Damn demons. You really think you can kill me? Try me. I will take back all the 48 body parts the fiend stole from me.
I found the plot.
Yeah, that's all the backstory we get so far. A bit of an in media res, but kinda like it.
Is this whole game black and white?
Not quite. Now, as I mentioned in the intro there's a work this is based on. A work by one Osamu Tezuka. His name is backwards in the title screen, I'm not sure why.
Artists.
But, yeah, he's a famed manga artist. Mangas are in black and white. Particularly mangas from the late 60s, as Dororo is.
He has a machine gun?
He has a machine gun in his arm, yes.
He doesn't have arms?
He doesn't have arms, no.
I guess that's one
Didn't
of the
he tell you he's missing 48 body parts?
That's funny. I didn't really notice that.
It's a rather ridiculous premise, but I really like the character.
This reminds me of like the setting for Resident Evil 4 for a second. The first village.
Yeah, the opening village area, full of undead.
When did this game come out?
Definitely see that. 2004.
At the same time Resident Evil 4 came out?
It's pretty late in the PS2 life cycle, so not 100% sure, but it might be around the same time.
Not that has anything to do with it, but...
Indeed. It certainly doesn't play like Resident Evil 4.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, it's more of a Devil May Cry beat-em-up style thing. Much simpler than a Devil May Cry, but still deep enough to be fun. We've got one survivor of our rampage here, and we're going to do a special slash attack on him. And that puts us into like a rhythm game style QTE event. The more slashes we get through that, the better items we get dropped from that slain zombie.
Rice balls.
Yes, the rice ball is a healing item.
You don't say.
There's also a large one that counts as a full heal.
Kagero Village. I tried.
Yeah, you get points for trying.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to say the name of the title.
It'll be said aloud plenty of times.
So you're never going to say it again? It's so weird.
Demons!
It's like... The main character is known for stating the obvious.
He's known for not talking at all at the moment. We'll see why shortly.
Did he get his voice box stolen too? Number 49?
That he did.
Serious?
Yeah, that's why his voice is so warbly. But this is our first annihilation battle. We can't leave this area until we've killed all these beetles. I'm trying to goad this one into attacking me because they're so pathetic that they actually won't fight you unless you make them do
They
it.
just want you to just kill them.
Yeah, these are probably the worst enemies in the game.
Bugs are known to do that.
Yeah, they can't really hurt us.
That's pathetic.
It's a very easy introduction to a relatively easy game.
That's kind of disappointing. It seems like it would be really hard.
It has its moments.
What is that? The air doesn't feel right. Smells like a demon to me.
So he didn't lose his nose?
Yeah, he did, actually. I don't know why they mentioned him having a sense there, because he doesn't have any of his five senses.
4 minutes into this, I'm already calling plot holes.
That umbrella there. probably did something, but I didn't have anyone to say aloud what it did, so I just don't know. Over here we have a figure sitting on a hill.
It's creepy.
He's using his minions to bring him souls.
I finally found one. These fiends live off the sorrow and despair of humans. I'm here to take back my body.
There we go, it's the first fiend. They got a brief description of how the camera works during these fights. You don't really need to know that at home.
All you viewers at home.
The important thing is that you can unlock the camera from having the boss on screen if you want to break from him and go get some power-ups or something.
At least it keeps it on
Yeah,
screen. There's not too many
it's
games.
very well done. I think like Dark Souls has the same way of doing it so that the boss is always on screen, but I don't know if you can break it in Dark Souls.
When I played Dark Souls, it was free camera.
I'm thinking of some game where you can't break the camera staring at the boss so that you basically can't run away from him.
It's kind of like Devil May Cry 3, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Devil May Cry does a similar thing. Most action games are smart enough to do it, but
Yeah, Demon Souls doesn't care about your life.
basically, only you're dead.
It's pretty legit. Whoa, yeah. Destroyed your health. You have 2 health bars, or is it just right up?
The other one was the spirit gauge, the flashing one, and I just emptied it to do that crazy spinning attack.
That completely missed it.
Yeah, it did absolutely nothing. There are lots of other spirit attacks we'll be getting throughout the game, which will be more useful on fiends. That one is a poor choice. Use my machine gun a bit on him. This is a very easy introduction. You'd have a very hard time dying here. So I'm just showing off some of the abilities that Hyakkimaru has.
Hyakkimaru, what's his name?
It's Hyakkimaru.
Hyakkimaru.
Hyakki is 100 demons. Maru is a suffix for male names, so... Boy of 100 demons, basically. I'm aiming my leg cannon here. Shot him in the fucking face. Most of the fiends have a weak spot. It's usually either their head or their back. And in the case of Great Horn, it's his Great Horn.
So you slash the shit out of his great horn.
Yeah, you want to jump up there and get him in the face. I'm sure you just made a dick joke.
I'm sure you just made a dick joke.
What's happening?
I'm sure he just made a dick joke.
My voice. It's my own voice. I got my voice back.
Ha 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 ha.
Right? A bit of a Final Fantasy throwback right there.
It's at least better voice actor than that.
Oh my god, it's so much better.
And that's our first recovered body part. Not a very useful one, but good to have.
The world was ravaged by unending war. The people cried to the heavens, their hearts full of despair. Unbeknownst to them, the world was at the mercy of a group of vile demons known as fiends. One day, a terrible omen appeared in the sky. When morning came, not one, but 2 suns rose in the east. However, while one sun shined more brightly than ever, the other gave off a dull, black light, as if it were but a shadow of the real sun. It seemed as though the gods of the heavens could no longer bear to witness the troubled times on earth, and parted ways with the gods of darkness. The gods of darkness, the fiends, looked upon this omen with fear. To them, the appearance of 2 suns foretold the birth of a human that would have the power to end their dark rule. However, the fiends could not destroy this child of light themselves. They
The child of
discovered,
light.
however, they could corrupt the child's birth
Wait a
parents.
second.
The fiends approached Kagemitsu
Is this Harry Potter?
Daigo, a local samurai, and the future father of the child of light,
No, seriously.
and enticed him with
In this case, the father gets the mark on his forehead, not the child.
One night, in his dreams, Kagemitsu Daigo saw a vision. In this vision, he was told that he would be given the power to bring order to this chaotic world.
And
Daigo,
Akuma from Street
thinking that
Fighter
he had
4
received a vision from
appeared
the
in the
heavens,
background.
gathered all his courage, and ventured to the temple called the Gates of Hell alone. As Daigo stood there, surrounded by the possessed statues of the 48 fiends, he was told that the price of his power would be his firstborn
There's
child.
48 bosses in this game.
The sudden demand
Hell yeah.
threw Daigo into a panic.
Considerably more, actually. You fight some of them multiple
After the
times.
Fiends, his mind began to twist, and Daigo's reason and judgment failed him at last. He signed the contract. A few days later, Daigo's child was born. This was much to the surprise of Daigo himself, as he had expected the fiends would lay claim to his child. Daigo dared to allow himself to feel a moment of joy and relief, but that moment proved to be short-lived. Shadows gathered over the newborn, wrapping themselves around its tiny body. A voice sounded from within the shadows. The body of your son now belongs to the 48 fiends. As promised, you shall be granted the power to bring order to this pitiful world. You shall never know defeat in battle from this day forth. Your path to victory shall be littered with the corpses of those who defy you. 48 parts of the infant's body had been stolen by the fiends. Seeing what happened to his son, Daigo let out a blood-curdling scream in anguish. Suddenly, Daigo sprang into action. He snatched up the infant in his arms, jumped atop his trusty steed Midoro. His wife desperately tried to stop him, but Daigo shrugged her off and made his way toward the river.
Thereby solving all of his problems.
Is this when I'm not supposed to chime in?
You're welcome to chime in whenever you want. You're the co-commentator.
Damn right.
I can save the game here.
And as Hyakkimaru just said, we can save the game under these
I
umbrellas.
can save the game here. Does he have to worry about sunburn?
These are all the unlockable body parts that we're going to get.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, the oral cavity is
It's the first one we got.
the odd one out of the bunch, though.
Diving right into that oral
Does he
cavity.
have any teeth? Did he lose his teeth?
I guess he still has his teeth. It doesn't mention teeth, so
Alright.
that would be one of the easiest things to get made fake. So,
Yeah, same with, sword arms.
using samurai technology, of course. Any one of us could have sword arms.
Obviously. How's he sharpen them?
Quit laughing at death.
Maybe he died from that. They're not even aiming. Oh, yeah, you're dead. He's missing some teeth, too. Our armless hero arrives.
Yes. Another annihilation battle to save the already dead people.
Did you hear the building just collapse? By the way, on the
Something
mic.
exploded.
Yeah, my bad about that.
Now, the sword arms, they can be leveled up. They gain experience as you use them to attack, and whenever you kill a boss, you gain some experience for them as well.
Now, is that like your main... Like, why'd you switch from, you know, regular sword to the sword arms? Like, are they better?
At the moment, I'm grinding experience for them. Plus, they're usually better with groups of weak enemies. Against bosses, you want to use the sword.
Don't worry. I've killed all the
Can
demons.
he move his hand?
Yes.
Axe.
My arm? It's fake. Let's not go telling everyone about this, okay? Why are you following me?
That sword in your arm. I bet it was forged by a master swordsmith.
I don't know. Maybe it was. It works good enough for me.
I thought so. You mind if I take it?
Take it? You? Don't make me laugh.
I am the world-famous thief, Dororo. Come rain or shine, once I set my eyes on a treasure,
Our
it's
title character,
mine.
folks.
I don't think you get it. This thing is attached to my arm. It's a part of me.
You can't get rid of me that easily. I will get that sword.
Are you stupid? Staying near me is certain death. You saw them, didn't you? I'm haunted by ghosts and demons.
Well, the world-famous thief is afraid of nothing.
Thief or not, don't follow me.
Said, don't follow me.
That was perfectly timed, huh? Post-commentary and everything. Is that a girl or... That's a girl, right?
Dororo is a boy.
Oh. Sounds like Gohan.
Yep.
That's okay.
We got a new sword there, but it's much worse than our starting sword.
Much worse by one.
Trust me, it's much worse. At this point, we do 3 damage, so losing 1 is a considerable loss.
True story. That's like a third down. Or something.
Approximately, yes. And Dororo just
Ooh.
killed the shit out of that demon.
Would you stop playing? Like you're like, damn. And did it throw donuts too? Did it?
He throws rocks.
Did he?
It.
He's kind of doing a better job than you now. Oh, not now. Not after this.
Yeah, he's scaled for gameplay rather than actually making sense story-wise, so his bare hands do as much damage as our swords. And he can really take a beating, too. It's pretty impressive.
Child abuse at its finest. It's pretty impressive how much this kid can get his ass kicked.
Oh, you're gonna see just how roughed up he can get.
Yeah, you have no control over him, right?
Not at the moment. There are segments like where we will control him, though.
This is kind of like a better version of
Sword
Ico.
arms have leveled up.
In some ways, yeah. This is doing escort missions right. Until now.
Don't talk shit about Ico.
Dororo!
Let
Thanks,
me
Scary.
go! Let me go! Help!
So yeah, we turned our back for 1 second.
Already?
The world-famous thief got kidnapped.
He's not really good.
Nah, he's not great.
No, you know he probably got caught on purpose, pickpocketing the fuck out of that fiend. He's gonna steal a piece of his head.
The backstory on that fiend is that he works children to death, and then eats their corpses.
Thanks for your help. I'll cover your back.
It's the fiend of the sweatshop god.
Basically, yes.
That was inappropriate.
I'll cover your back. Wah!
Oh, he actually uses his head as an attack? That thing looks funny as fuck.
Yeah, a lot of the character designs are goofy, and intentionally so. If you know Osamu Tezuka,
Osamu?
he is the... yes, he's the creator of Astro Boy. So if you've seen the original artwork for Astro Boy, that's basically what this looks like. And it's nothing like this.
I like Astro Boy.
Well then, you should like this.
I do.
Me too.
I think it's creepy as fuck.
Well, he's dead now. Problem solved.
If it hurts that bad, like, why is he going out hunting all of his body poop? CG cussing.
It's as though his body parts were useful in the long run.
Whoa.
So yeah, previously he was unable to see, but now that he has one of his eyes... Color.
I got it.
Yeah.
That's some Metal Gear shit right there.
Mm-hmm. And the game is surprisingly colorful. The contrast between the black and white and the color is pretty cool, I think.
Through my left eye.
Yeah, that's special. Not too many games do that.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to introduce the game.
You're Dororo. Your voice is a little annoying, but you're a cuter kid than I thought.
Sure, it's not a girl.
Is that your eye?
Go ahead. Pick it up.
I'm being serious. What?
There's a case to be made for the source material not knowing if it's a girl.
Fake eye.
Of course.
You scared? I don't blame you.
Strap in for a long story.
I was a baby. I was found
Oh, well, he went way back.
in the river, in a barrel.
Having returned from his studies in China, the physician Jukai had been gathering herbs near the river. To his surprise, he came upon a barrel floating by, carrying in it a tiny infant. Perhaps it was his medical training that urged him to save the child, or perhaps it was human instinct, but Jukai did not hesitate but for a second before he rescued the child from the barrel. Yet upon examining the child, he was at a loss for words, for he did not know any medicines that could help this cursed infant. However, as Jukai fed the child, he watched the infant sip at its porridge. He felt its burning desire to live and decided to raise the child as his own. One day, a strange voice buzzed in Jukai's ear. "Feed me, feed me," the voice pleaded. He looked around in search of the source of the voice. The infant was staring straight at him with its empty eyes. "Could it be?" he said aloud. "Were you the one speaking to me?" "Yes," the voice echoed in his mind. Jukai realized that the child could speak directly to his mind. From that day forward, Jukai communicated with the child telepathically and taught him everything he needed to know about living in this cruel world. When the child turned 3, Jukai made a decision. He decided to operate on the child. He would use all his medical knowledge to give the child everything he was missing. Arms, legs, eyes, nose, ears, everything that the child lacked. He began the operation. After many, many hours, a miracle happened.
He walked on fire.
The surgery. When the anesthetic
That's not a miracle.
He's swimming through fire.
child opened his eyes,
That's a miracle.
and for the first
When he
time,
told a lie, his
the
nose
child
kept
had a
growing.
complete body, and he had a name, Hyakkimaru. Within a month after the surgery, Hyakkimaru began to learn to use his new body. He sat up, moved his legs, and took his first steps. He stumbled many times, but every time he picked himself back up and tried again. The pain was nearly unbearable, and every day he worked himself to the point of nearly collapsing. Soon Hyakkimaru was able to run about as free as any child. When Hyakkimaru turned 6, Jukai had been watching him run and play like any child would. Despite the fact that he could not see, he knew at that moment that with such wondrous gifts, a strange and fantastic destiny would surely be awaiting Hyakkimaru. As Hyakkimaru grew older, strange things began to occur. Demons began to appear all around them, watching their every move. When Hyakkimaru turned 18, he visited a local temple. While praying, a voice spoke to him from the heavens. "The 48 fiends have each taken a part of your body, young Hyakkimaru. You must slay these fiends and retrieve what is rightfully yours. However, the fiends have also created a human out of your body parts. Slay the fiends, or their human creation, and you shall become whole once again. Hyakkimaru, sensing the seriousness of the situation, sat down to speak with Jukai. Hyakkimaru knew that the fiends were after him. He knew it was because of his special powers that the demons wanted him dead. Even though he had artificial limbs and could not see nor hear, he could see things with some sort of innate sixth sense. He knew that the fiends considered him a threat and would do anything to get rid of him. Hyakkimaru decided that he must seek out the fiends and destroy them. To help him accomplish this, Jukai decided to perform one final operation on Hyakkimaru. He fitted Hyakkimaru's body with various powerful weapons. As Hyakkimaru prepared to set off on his quest, Jukai warned Hyakkimaru of the dangers he was sure to face. He explained that fiends lived off of human suffering and grief. He told Hyakkimaru that if he encountered any peoples burdened with inexplicable pain or suffering, chances are he would find a fiend nearby.
Of the body parts stolen, is his penis
Don't
still
say
intact?
it. You're fired.
Damn it.
So, for those of you for whom 2 lines of dialogue at the beginning of an in media res wasn't enough backstory, that's the story so far. Next time we'll be getting into the actual adventures of Hyakkimaru and Dororo. Nothing to add?
No, I thought you were just ending it. I was gonna... Nothing. Yeah, I have nothing.